Hi, I'm Jackson Schaefer, and I'm an SDSU student, and I'm also the bass player and singer of Natural Disaster.
My name's David Smith, and I'm the rhythm guitarist for Natural Disaster.
So we met at a place called Rock and Roll San Diego, which is a music school in the Midway District, Point Loma area, where it's like School of Rock. You teach people to play an instrument or to sing. I had the idea of we should start a band outside of Rock and Roll San Diego, and I talked to David, and he was all for it. And a while later, I met Max, who was a new student at the school, and he had a lot of potential, and I was like, and he had a great look, and I was like, I like you. Let's do something. So we recruited him. I was the drummer to start off. But we would get up and switch instruments. We were all multi-instrumentalists. It was kind of cool, but after years and years of doing that, it kind of got tiring to do it. So we kind of sticked to, once we got a stable drummer, we sticked to the format of me on bass, David and Max on guitar, and the drummer on, drums. And basically, we've been through a lot, but it's always been Max, David, and I, and we've looked forward to the journey. We've had a great journey so far.
So the name Natural Disaster is really interesting because we were thinking, unnatural disaster, and someone was like, no, let's do Natural Disaster, and I think another name that came up was Max Volume. So Natural Disaster really just started because I wanted to have fun, Jackson wanted to have fun, and there was actually an event at my school. It was a junior high social, I believe, where we ended up playing some Beach Boys tunes and stuff like that. And so this band really was born out of a passion for music and an appreciation for music that Jackson and I shared. And that's when, we came up with the name, obviously. But, Natural Disaster really is about, first of all, having fun and just enjoying playing music. And, if we happen to, make some money on the side or, get famous, that doesn't necessarily matter to us. What matters to us is the passion for the music and having fun and creating awesome rock songs.
Basically, we live in a world where, rock is not the mainstream anymore. It wasn't a huge thing. And we grew up with this idea of just rock and roll is such an amazing form of entertainment, and it's just a great community, and we really wanted to take a part of it, as well as kind of set the bar, because our biggest thing is how tight we are, and I think that comes across pretty well in shows where we practice really hard, and we want to get just as perfect as possible in a way that could take us as far as we want it to. And we're all very close friends, the three of us, and we have such a connection that none of us ever thought we'd have with anybody. And it's taken us to the point that we know exactly what we want out of this, and we're gonna really try and keep it going. We love what we do. We love to rock out. If you've seen us, you totally get it. We're very active. We jump around a lot. We're very passionate about what we do. We're very passionate about music and about rock and roll, but not just rock. Any type of music. We'd love to just do it as much as possible.
So the EP took a while to do. I'd say over the course of 2.5 years. It started out as we want to record something, and then by the time we had demos, good demos ready to go, so we could then continue to actually go in and record exactly what we wanted. And actually all the production was done in the studio we're filming in right now. Kind of messy right now, but we cranked a ton of stuff out, but we made this really awesome sounding self-produced album. You can check it out on Spotify, but it's just really amazing, great process. So, you know, what's really interesting about the San Diego music scene is just the fact that everyone knows everyone. Like, if you don't know someone, you will know them at some point. If you're in the music scene long enough, you know who they are. It's just a tight-knit group. Obviously, there's little sections. There's obviously the younger guys, and there's the older guys. We're kind of that in-between kind of jazz, rock, fusion, weird area, and some country background, because Max was into country for a while. But I feel like all the diverse musical backgrounds that we have, like our influences, actually make our band really interesting. We can fit anywhere. All our music, it just, like, each song sounds different. Nothing sounds the same, which is great because it still got this cohesive sound to it, but it's not necessarily like, oh, I'm listening to a whole album of funk or whole album of rock. Like, it really has good variety in the songs. And so in terms of the music scene, we I think we just kind of fit wherever we need to be.
We've been kind of on a break recently. We're kind of deciding what we're gonna be in the future. Like, it's gonna take a little bit to really get a hold on it because we're also super busy. Like, David does sound, Max works a lot, and he's still in high school, and I'm an actor, and we all have such different lives we live. It's so hard for us to get together these days, but we literally have text conversations in the group chat talking about how much we miss each other and how much we miss performing with each other. And honestly, that can get me a little emotional sometimes because these two have been my brothers for almost 6 years now, and it's so weird to not really play with them as much anymore. But we are working so hard to try and really bring something back and bring it back into the scene. We love our fans, and we love just people in general who will come out to shows, and we just love rocking their socks off. And we will be back soon, and yeah, watch out, we're coming.
We were wasted.